Hey everyone, this is Dr. Kimberly Gartman. I'm a family practice physician and independent consultant with Arbonne International. Welcome to the first ever 5-Minute Friday. So here we're going to talk about different health things, spiritual things, whatever we want to talk about for 5 minutes or less on Fridays. So I thought we would start out with kind of a general overview of diet and what is a healthy way to eat, and then we can get into more specifics on other Fridays. Does that sound good? If you guys have questions or there are things you want to talk about, please let me know. So as a physician, I get asked all the time, what's a healthy way to eat, or if certain diets are healthy and are the way to go. And you guys, unless you're living in a cave or completely disconnected from social media, you know that there is a plethora of conflicting information out there about how to eat, right? So I'm here just to kind of help you, guide you a little bit. And I've done a ton of research about this because I really want to guide my patients well and give them good information. And I want to do the same for you. What I have discovered is that the best diet overall in general is something called an anti-inflammatory diet. Yes, I know that all people are not created equal and there are special circumstances, so don't hit me hard on that one. But in general, anti-inflammatory diet is what we need. So why is that? Well, what is inflammation anyway? Most people think about like redness or swelling is an indication of inflammation, and it is. Acute short-term inflammation is good. It's your body's way of fighting off harmful agents like infection or other things that are there to harm you. But chronic low-level inflammation is really bad for us, and it can lead to a lot of things like cancer, depression, diabetes, heart disease, and Alzheimer's disease, just to name a few. And those are known. Those are scientifically proven. And what we have discovered is that the key to all this inflammation and reducing it lies not in our medicine cabinet, but in the grocery store and in the garden. So how do we combat this? What foods cause inflammation, and then what foods should we choose instead? So if you consistently pick the wrong foods, you're going to have inflammation in your body, and your body's going to be constantly fighting that off, and that's where all this disease that we're experiencing comes from. So the foods that cause inflammation that we want to avoid as much as possible are refined foods like white sugar, white bread, pastries, things like that. That causes a lot of inflammation in our body. French fries and other fried foods, I know that's painful, but occasional French fry, but just not letting it be a part of your regular diet. Sodas of all kinds, y'all. If it's artificially sweetened or regularly sweetened, we really should just avoid them. They cause a ton of inflammation in our body. And y'all, artificial sweeteners are not good for you, and they don't help you lose weight. So stay away from those things. Red meat. I'm going to get some pushback on this one probably, but burgers, steaks, and processed meats, y'all, very low quantities of these because if you eat them regularly, they have been proven to cause inflammation in your body. They have. And most of them have all kinds of additives, hormones, and all that kind of stuff too, which is also very pro-inflammatory. And then margarine, shortening, lard. You know, we went to margarine a long time ago because we thought it was better than butter. Turns out we were wrong about that. You're better off with a small amount of butter or something called ghee, less inflammatory for your body. So here are some of the anti-inflammatory foods, the things you should choose. Tomatoes. I know there's some information going around about tomatoes right now, but tomatoes, unless you're allergic or have a specific problem with them, are really good for you. Olive oil, those oils that are cold pressed, not partially hydrogenated. Green leafy vegetables, y'all, we know this, right? Nuts like almonds, walnuts, pistachios, those are so good for you. Those healthy fats, avocados, things like that. Fatty fish like salmon and tuna, those are excellent for you and reduce inflammation. Just get wild caught, not locally grown or farmed, because those have higher levels of mercury in them. And then fruits like strawberries, blueberries, cherries, oranges, anything that's brightly colored, darkly colored, unless it's artificially colored like, you know, your Cheetos, is really good for your body, and it helps it to run well and to feel good and not be inflamed. So you guys, one last thing, I've got like 10 seconds. Any diet that tells you you can eat pork rinds and lots of cheddar cheese is a lie. Don't do that. go for something like the Mediterranean diet, which is an anti-inflammatory type diet. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next Friday.